everybody, and welcome back to liable Zest. Today we are going to be doing a 10-minute Pilates class for beginners. We are going to be doing all the fundamental movements. I hope you're ready for an awesome and exciting Pilates class. If you are more of a visual learner and prefer to see pictures of the different kinds of movements, I would recommend that you head over to my Pinterest at liable Zest and take a look at those different types of resources that we have uploaded onto the platform. Let's get straight into it. We are going to be starting in the center of our mat in a seated position. Let's lengthen that spine, draw those scaps down at back. I want you to stack that vertebra and suck in belly to spine. In this position, I want you to make sure that your ankles are fist width apart and sucking in that pelvic floor. Let's inhale and exhale. From here, we are lifting our arms into a T position. We're slowly going to roll ourselves down just about halfway. And we're going to hold. We're slowly going to bring our hands to center. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, extend arms up and down for 10. We're breathing as we're working. I want you to feel that activation. Let's go for another 5 and 4. Keeping those knees together. 3 and 2 and 1. Placing palms in front of you. And inhale. Exhale slowly, rolling yourself down onto the mat. Let's get ourselves into the center of that mat, getting that pelvis in neutral. Now, if you do not understand what I mean when I say neutral pelvis, I would recommend that you take a look at one of my other videos on how to activate that core and what it means to get into that neutral pelvis. But in the meantime, we just want to make sure that that pelvis is in a horizontal plane with that neutral and lumbar curve. Let's place our hands on our sides. We're going to inhale, exhale, rolling and peeling that pelvis and those vertebrae off the ground up towards the ceiling. And as you're lifting, you're feeling the movement of that back, that articulation of that spine up towards the ceiling and slowly back down. We're slowly going to roll ourselves back to starting point in that reverse. Back to neutral and exhale slowly back up. You can see the movement of my pelvis and back as I'm articulating down and up. And back to neutral. We're doing another 3 more of these. Keep going. And squeezing those glutes, digging those heels into the ground as you're working. And rolling back up. We've got 1 more to do after this one. And we're going to hold in the air for 10 seconds. Slowly peeling yourself up towards the ceiling. You're tilting that pubic bone towards your chin, digging those heels into the ground, and we're holding. I want you to feel that hamstring and glute activation, that core activation, and pulling those shoulders away from your ears for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The emphasis on these movements is to make sure that we are maintaining slow, controlled movements to feel that activation. We're going to inhale, exhale, lift right leg into tabletop. Inhale, exhale, lift left leg into tabletop. In this position, we keeping that activation, keeping that spine in neutral. And slowly, single leg toe tap. Inhale, exhale, toe tap. Inhale, lift. That's 1. Keeping that core tight. As we're lowering, we're maintaining that pelvic positioning, making sure we're working extra hard not to let that body move or that pelvis tilt. And keep going. If you do want to make sure that you're activating and place your hands on that lower part of those abdominals and back to center, right leg down, left leg down. We're going to interlace our hands comfortably behind our head and keeping those elbows in the periphery. We're going to inhale, exhale, lifting head, neck, and chest off the ground and slowly back down. That's 1. Feel that core. 2. I want you to suck belly to spine. And 3. Making sure those knees aren't falling out. 4. And 5. We're doing 8 of these. 6. Try and get those scaps off the floor without straining your neck. 7. And 8. Staying in the air, we're going to inhale, and on that exhale, rotate. Left rib towards right hip, inhale, center. Then right, try to lift a little bit higher if you can. That's 3. 4, we're doing 8. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Back to center. Slowly lowering head, neck, and chest back down. Arms on your sides. Let's lift those knees back up into tabletop. We're going to bring arms overhead. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, lift head, neck, and chest off the ground towards your sides. And slowly back down. That's 1. And 2. Keep going. I want you to feel those up abdominals lifting yourself up and those lower abdominals stabilizing as you're working. 3, we're doing 6 of these. 4, sucking belly to spine, try not to brace. 5, and keeping in the air, we're placing both hands on your right knee when we're going to single leg stretching, extending, pointing those toes, extending left leg and rotating. That's 1. Keeping that consistent breathing as you're working. Keep going. Let's go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly hugging knees to chest. We're going to turn over onto our left hand side to work our lateral or side part of our bodies, shoulders, hips, and knees all aligned. You're going to place your other hand comfortably behind your arm, your head, or in front of you. We're going to lift that upper leg in front of us, and we're going to draw it towards the wall in front of us, and then as we're going back, we're pointing that toe towards the wall behind us. And that's 1. Pulsations as we're going to keep going. 3, we're doing 6 of these. And 4. And 5. And 6. Back to center and holding for 5, 4. Making sure you're feeling that burn over here. 3, 2, 1. And slowly down. Resting that head on your arm. Stacking those shoulders. Stacking those hips. And slowly I want you to either place your hand on your glutes or in front of you. Resting that head, we're going to inhale. And on that exhale, lift those straight legs up towards the ceiling. And slowly down. That's 1. And 2. And 3, we're doing 8 of these. 4. Keep going. 5 with a 10-second hold. 6. 7. And holding for 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And let's go for another 1, 2, to get to that 10. And slowly down. Turning over onto your tummies. Let's get that neck in neutral, drawing those gaps down the back, hands on your sides. We're going to go into back extension. Resting those glutes as much as you can, using your core and your back extensor muscles to inhale. And on that exhale, lifting head, neck, and chest off the ground, drawing those gaps down that back, pushing your hands into your sides. And inhale back down. We're doing 5 of these. Exhale up. Inhale down. And 3, core tight. And 4. And on the 5th one, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. Up and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You should feel your core. 3, 2, 1. Keeping your legs where they are. You're slowly going to lower yourself back down, bringing arms overhead to prepare for Superman hold. Lifting those legs, lifting those arms, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly down. Lifting yourself up into rest position. Well done, everyone. Let's keep going. We're going to turn over onto our right-hand sides to do that same sequence that we just did for our lateral parts of our body or the side parts of our body. Let's lift our shoulders off the ground, elbow comfortably under that shoulder, lifting that upper leg, and inhale, exhale, bring that leg forward, 2 pulses, and slowly back. That's 1 and 2. Keep going. And 3. Stabilizing as you're moving. That is the key component here. And 5. Keep going. And 6. And holding. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly down. Resting your head comfortably on that arm, placing your other hand in front of you to maintain stability, stacking those hips and vertebrae. Let's inhale, exhale, lift, inhale down. That's 1 and 2 and 3. Keep going, lifting as high as you can. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, and lifting and holding on the 8th one for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Slowly turning over onto your back to stretch out those glutes, and hugging right ankle on left knee, hugging knee to chest for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and changing over for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing legs on the floor, arms in a T position, and just rocking those knees from side to side, allowing that lower back and those lower limbs to stretch out. And back to center. Well done, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that 10-minute Pilates class for beginners. If you did, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Looking forward to seeing you soon. Have a lovely day.